Hi guys, and welcome to your November 2020. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You for the beautiful sign of Libra. Hi Libras. Where have you been? Now, before I get into that, if you're new here with me, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're subscribed to the tribe, ow, what's good, fam bams? Hello to my members. You guys consider membership. Okay. Libra sun, moon, rising, Venus. You guys never, and you know, I don't want to put that type of pressure on you too. Let me just say. But I guess I've spoiled you. I guess I'm spoiled. I'm always looking forward to everybody energy, but especially yours. And when I did the numbers, then I was like, what the hell? And you wasn't in your spot. I was just like, where is my Libras? I understand that perfection does not exist, my beautiful Libra tribe. So let's go ahead. One of the interesting things is I put out, now it wouldn't let me, every Wednesday, I post the lineup. The lineup is always in the description box as well. I put it in 2 places, and I publish it across social media platforms as well, mainly IG and Facebook. I said that to say that yesterday it wouldn't let me because the numbers slightly changed. When I uploaded week 2 and my week 1 ran into my week 2, and it didn't make sense to do it because I would have been trying to rush, and I can't do that. I'm sorry. I have to give you guys genuine messages. I can't rush. Make a long story short, when I saw that it made no sense and I might as well combine the weeks and make them slightly longer, I realized that by that time, you had reclaimed, not only had you reclaimed your spot back in the top 3, you knocked Capricorn, who was in 2nd place, down to 4th place. And Sagittarius actually bypassed Capricorn, who was in that spot as you rose back up. You beat them because they beat you last week. So technically it did take an extra week, but that extra time actually did you some good. So what I did is I put you back in your number 2 slot. Of course, Taurus is kicking everybody's ass. That's okay. You guys always battle it out. I'm going to end this really quickly by saying that to be fair, I'm going to do an extra I'm going to do an extra bonus, extension for Sagittarius as well, because I had already put that out last week. So I just want to be fair because it wasn't you guys' fault that this video is combined energy. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I have to take a little bit of time to talk to you guys and catch up because you guys, your energy really, very soon. Pre-shuffle is very soon for the romance, but we're going to put this down for a second. There is a decision. I see a decision here. I was doing my research today. Looking at the the year ahead horoscopes for each one of the signs and figuring out what we have to do. It's a lot that I'm preparing to try to see if I'm going to do that on channel 2. I said that to say that as I was sitting here with your energy, which is already out, Libra, a couple of things in that when I was looking at your next year's energy crossed my mind and kind of stayed with me since earlier today. One of the things is that some of the energies that you guys are crossing with, you really need to understand what makes those people tick. And because I am Libra rising, I just happen to come across certain things, and I actually have Capricorn and Taurus. Anyway, make a long story short, your energy, a person is afraid. And I had been telling you guys, I think that everybody experienced this cathartic like energy for Sagittarius season. Yes. However, Sagittarius season, Scorpio season. However, what I find is that, of course, everybody is dealing with it a little bit differently. However, everybody has something that needs to be said to one another. I looked at the videos and I was like, an expression of this, an expression of that. That's why this week I'm going to actually track the Romance Angel Oracle, because everybody got express your love. Everybody got heart-to-heart conversations. I'm like, they're going to think I'm lying because y'all don't pay attention to that because you're not watching for other people's videos. So your Romance Angel Oracle keywords will be linked in the description, because I want to be able to have a quick shot and be like, yep, everybody has something to say. So getting into this particular energy, we're going to do the blockages a little bit different. We're going to be clarifying with the exact same author, but a different deck. Your energy is already out as a means for me to get through these, because I have so much that I need to say. First card, which will be timestamped below, is co-create. The card of 40. It's time to co-create brand new foundations for which this particular relationship can flourish and really get to a standpoint where things make sense and they are balanced. Co-create is about two. There's no I in team. There, it's all about, like they say, when I came up, there are no big I's and little U's. That's what this is about. And wherever, obviously, I see co-create, that means that there's something that has been individually kind of manifested alone. And Libra, I know that if any of you guys are Libra rising, which means that you have an Aries, if you have a Libra rising, that means that Aries is your descendant. I already know that what your struggles are, if you have that placement as well as your north node, south node. If Libra is your north node, then obviously, you know, cultivating a relationship is one of the things that you, lovely, has to do. And a leg up, that is the card of 34. The sum of both of those numbers is 7. It's all about this choice. That's why that said very soon. Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you, right? Then we have new life. Look at that. The sum of 9 and 3, right? We have 12, and the sum of 1 and 2 is back to 3, which ironically is the very first card in this particular spread in the new in the main energy, but we'll get to that. So if you have heard enough and you don't want to get into the oracle messages, blockages, and my intuitive messages, now will be the time, if you're new here with me, to go ahead and click down in the description so you can go ahead and get the first card out. I've done that for you guys. But for everyone else who wants to know about the energy, because I'm nosy too, let's keep moving. So when we talk about 40, we're talking about co-creating. The card of 40, when we're talking about those foundations in which you guys need to build, we talk about that it's time to bring your inspiration into fruition. It's time to manifest. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to ideas that you would have never come up with on your own, Libra, okay? You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you keep your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. It's time to co-create. And, you know, it's interesting that it looks like you guys obviously are going to start to work together. Let's go into the message of 34. When we're talking about a leg up, I mean, obviously that is receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence, relationships that are healthy, thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others just as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is the time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind. Ask and it will be given. And finally, we do have a new life. New life is 39, okay? 39, the sum of 2 is 12. I'm looking at that. New life. I don't think I've ever pulled that card before. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. It's about going into new energy, New energy, old relationships and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness of vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. Hey, this is the time to connect with others, share excitement, passions, and joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnership in all forms. Now, you guys may be doing absolutely fantastic. You may be doing fantastic and things are starting to unblock themselves and work and all of this other stuff. The approvals that you have been waiting on, Libra, things finally started to flow your way, but we ain't talking about that. We talking about love. What has blocked this? Co-creation, angel of balance. What has kept this leg from going up to manifest and bring things into fruition? Attachment. What has blocked this new life from creating itself? The new energy. Woman holding a heart. Then we're going to get into this now with the energy oracle, the card of 48. Angel of balance. You are the angel of balance. You are the angel of balance, and you try to balance things. However, the energy was not ready. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center of losing focus, call upon your angels to bring your heart into center. I feel as if there was a time where you tried to create something and you tried to go into this relationship, Libra. Well, you were in the relationship, but there were many times that you tried to bring things back into balance. Now, unfortunately, to the detriment of every one of the zodiac signs, what you do well, you also don't do that well. So you could have been trying to bring things back into balance that unfortunately needed to work itself out. That wasn't meant to be balanced by you. You're thrown off if things are a little bit off. This person gets so tired of, well, we need to talk about this. Well, we need to do this. Trust me, I know. As that cardinal energy, you're constantly trying to push. No, we need to do. No. We got to do. People don't want to hear that. And especially if they're not all the way calibrated and ready to take a responsibility. It really depends on the person that you're dealing with. And unfortunately, Libra, a lot of the times I already know we don't attract what we are. We attract the opposite because we also have things that we need to learn as well through those connections. We are talking about attachment here. The card of 5, and this could be an attachment. I know that it is hard. Perceived need and the choice to let go. This is what happens. Okay, your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. You know, a part of your evolution, a part of the evolution to bring this new energy in is not only to stop the patterns, but to stop the patterns with the people that you love. The hardest thing, one of the hardest things is having to look a person in the eye that you love and say, you know, I can't do this. Or, you know, I love you, but I need to love you from over here because obviously our love is not meant to. And then you start looking out on the horizon of all of the things that you want to accomplish, but unfortunately it's not happening now. That also goes for whatever's in your Mars as well, but we're talking about the woman holding on to her heart. I feel like, yes, they're female dealing with family, love, or emotions. Absolutely. This card upright indicates the presence of a female friend, teacher, or confidant who's there to help with issues of love, family, and emotion. This even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could also portend a new love interest or a friend coming your way. Some of you guys have definitely been talking to people, talking to me, talking to someone about this new life that you want. And the situation between you and your person has definitely blocked the flow of new energy coming forth between you guys. All right, so we're going to get really quickly into the power of love activation cards. And yes, I just wasted water all over my keyboard. Fantastic. Sorry, guys. Of course, this happens on this video. Of course. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right when I said power of love activation, that's when I made a big mess. Oh, my goodness. All right. We need what blocked this. We have virtue. You acknowledge your love and spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that your love is the essence of your very being. And loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. These are all of the things that have been blocked. And one of the things that I'm feeling that picking up on very much so is the fact that you came into this particular relationship wanting a commitment. This particular person wasn't loyal to that idea of commitment. I'm looking at these things that have been blocked by the fact that you guys were just not in the right place in the right time. You disconnected from this particular relationship trying to get your mind right. It didn't go good. There were some things that needed to be said. First card out is the Three of Pentacles. Second card out is the Wheel of Fortune. In the heart place, we do have the Ace of Wands. We have the World. We have the Eight of Swords. Yes. We have the Lovers. And lending its energy to this whole thing is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. This is what I was saying in the top of the video about someone wanting to say something to you. Your person wants to work together, and they want to work together in ways that they haven't worked with you before. I told you in some of this pre-shuffle, I told you in your oracle messages that there was going to be some things that has been changing for you. No longer a rut or feeling stuck, right? I'm also telling you that in the heart of the matter, this person wants to come out of the doghouse. But what I see is beautiful energy around you about a new life. What I see is a beautiful, passionate beginning. What I see is old cycles falling off to the wayside. But I do see a lot of fear. This is a fear that has been planted in their head based upon all of that stuff up there that I told you that went wrong between you guys. You guys were not talking. You could have disconnected it. Pulled your energy out of the connection because you got to a point where it was like it wasn't going the way you wanted it to go. Your job, or what the role that you play, is not necessarily your job, is to keep those scales balanced. And the problem is I think that you do that so much as a detriment, where the more you push, another person pulls back. And I feel that. That's the reason why we had the corresponding numbers of the 3 wanting to work together, as well as a 4 wanting to rebuild a foundation that has since come crashing down. This particular Lovers card, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. 3 major arcanas here, all talking about cycles ending. 3 major arcanas here are talking about, but I'm going to tell you also, Libra, they want to make up. And when I say make up, they want sexy time. Yes. They miss you in that way. This is a deep spiritual connection. They miss you in that way. And they want to be able to exert all of that passion without it being taken the wrong way. There's always this truth and justice and fairness in your energy. Some of them may be feeling a little like, well, I don't want to say this because it's gonna be taken like this. What is going on in your video tonight? I'm either sneezing or dropping stuff. Anyway, for fear that it's going to be taken the wrong way. I'm looking at the Eight of Swords. I'm looking at things that they're afraid of doing. They're afraid of doing these things because of things that have went on in the past. You have called them out on their level of commitment. You have called them out on their loyalty. You have called them out on their spirituality. You have called them out on certain things. You definitely have talked to them. You're the talker. You're the one that is going to let them know this ain't working. And the person who feels that role, the person who takes the responsibility of regulating the relationship in that way, is the individual who unfortunately kind of creates the fear, although it's not your fault. Let's go into the romance. We do have separation. That's the reason why they want to work together. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, healing family issues. Yes, there is some things that they have not wanted you to know. I told you, passion. This is definitely what they want to do. This is definitely what they want to do. They really want to make up with you in that way. They want their sexy time with you. They're thinking about you in that way, very much so. The world has a lot to do with religious factors. There are definitely, we're going back here. We haven't been here in a while. When I say here, I mean just that whole we're different. We were raised different. We handle things different. This is an energy of, I wasn't raised like you. We talked about stuff, or we ate at the table together. You know, little things like that really make a person who they are. You will laugh at that, guys, but honestly, those little things when you get older makes that person who they is. Maybe you were the type of person. This means something. This means something. I'm just giving you an example, but this means something to people where on the holiday, you know, you go over Auntie Rita house, this person house, this person house. And in some holidays, you know, maybe Libra, you are a little bit more traditional. Maybe you want to sit in one place, especially with this pandemic going on. But you want to sit in one place and have your dinner. It's about the traditions. It's about those things that you were taught that now you want to introduce into your relationship. And if there's children involved, this is what you do. And this person, I mean, little things like that can add up to really big things, but I'm not saying that. I'm just using it as an example. But there is a fear here. There is a fear. And you know what? The person is under the aware. Not only do you deserve love, they're afraid. They're afraid in two ways, Libra. In this mess of a reading, I hope it made sense to you. They're afraid to fail. They are afraid of losing you because of the differences in the fact of how you guys look at commitment, how you guys value certain things. That never erased the love that they have for you and the regard that they have for you. And they really honestly feel like it's such a shame to lose such a beautiful relationship over something that is just so, it comes down to healing family issues and religious factors. It obviously comes down to more than that, but you know what I'm saying. And I think what the King of Cups wants to do in this energy, whether it be male or female, is to really come clean and express their intent of honeymoon. I think this is letting you know letting you know, for those Libras who are in separation, how much you mean to me. This isn't the same reading or the same group of Libras I read for last week, because then at the top of the deck we do have express your love very deep by, very close by, and heart-to-heart conversations. So we know that an expression is going to come, because I keep telling you guys that, but this is what it was. Some of you guys with this pay attention to the red flags and the lovers. This person just jumped all the way out the window with some of the things that they were expressing to you. There is something around sex. Someone expresses themselves very sexually, and that was a turnoff for you. They're able to express themselves intimately rather than to sit you down and just be like, hey, Libra, this is how I feel about you. And that was a huge damn red flag for you. It was like, I'm not going to necessarily tell you that, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that I don't blame you for feeling that way. But I do want to let you know that if you're connecting with this king, he very much so may want to well, that wasn't the king. This is the king. They look alike. He may definitely, or she may definitely, as a water sign, a part of letting you know how they feel about you, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, is through sex. So if that was a red flag for you, you know, I understand. But you obviously have to use your own discernment. I feel like when it came down to commitment and loyalty, a large part of this is what was inherited through to their generational curses, if you believe in that. I mean, but the bottom line is that you guys are in separation right now. You guys are in separation. I do believe that you ended it, Libra. What I want you to know is that they're re-examining how they looked at commitment. The last thing that they want to do is lose you over a difference of opinion, because I don't think it had anything to do with your feelings. The methodology behind how you demonstrated those feelings to one another is totally different. You are very level-headed and may want to say things and want to be able to keep the relationship in check as the relationship check manager, to say, hey, this isn't working and blah, blah, blah. Hey, we need to talk about this. Lord knows I know. But at the same time, this particular person has never maybe had someone to get on their ass like that. That sounds so juvenile, because I've heard that and I didn't like it when I heard it. But honestly, this really feels like, hey, I'm different than you. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't talk about things and put things into balance. I think that this person, when I see this Eight of Swords, they're afraid to say something because they're afraid that they're going to say the wrong thing. And let's face it, Libra, you ain't the type of energy that you can say the wrong thing to. So they do have some trauma. They do have some trauma here. Some things are going to be opening up in your favor. They want a passionate new reconciliation. They want new energy. They want to demonstrate that they can be loyal. And honestly, if you think that they haven't, I don't have my normal cards out here tonight, Libra, but I'm going to tell you that the separation is definitely needed to get you guys out of those old cycles. But I will say this, I kind of believe them this time. Maybe I'm in a good mood tonight, but I believe this energy that's coming through. I believe that this individual just had a rough hand. I am not exempting them for the shit that they've done that was wrong. Use your own discernment. My regular tribe know how we get down, but my new eyes and ears, you use your own discernment. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm simply stating that the way that the cards are laid and the energy that I am getting off the cards, this person, although he or she may not have demonstrated it in a very Libra-like way, or in a way for you to understand or believe it, doesn't mean that they didn't do it. Now, I will tell you when the person is full of shit, but if this person slapped your mama and stole your puppy, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about this other connection that it just seemed like no matter how much energy you put into it, it just wouldn't work. There was really no real closure. You think about the person all the time. Every time you guys get on the phone, somebody says something that pissed the other person off, and you're like, what? You're like, WTF. That's the one I'm talking about. They were loyal, but you guys lost your way. They want they want a passionate new beginning. You got the world here. That's letting me know that they're aware of the cycles and the fear that they bring into this. They didn't demonstrate their virtue, commitment, and loyalty to you. That was a no-no. That was a big fat ass red flag. However, the deep spiritual connection kind of speaks for itself. Your key words is separation, healing family issues, passion, religious factors, you deserve love. Remember, honeymoon, and pay attention to the red flags. Very, very close by, right on top of one another, was express your love and heart-to-heart conversations. I do feel like they're going to say what they need to say. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I certainly hope that it resonated. We're going to pick this up in the extended. There's so much more that this person wants to say, but they're afraid. So much more that they want to say to you. So many things that they want to do, but they're afraid. They don't have the training. They don't have the training. They have no clue. But what they do know is that they'll be damned if they lose you over something like that. You know what I'm saying, Libra? They want you back. They're trying to heal through their stuff. I think that their intent and their love for you is very much so deeply rooted in commitment and honeymoon. And I feel like this relationship is the perfect balance of yin and yang. You're the serious one who takes care of all of the serious stuff, and this person wants to be the one, Libra, that comes in and plays and keeps you guys together in certain ways and lets you do things. And I think it's a balance of yin and yang. If you guys can balance that out, I think you'll be okay. They miss you. They love you, but they're not focused on love right now. You know, we'll get into the rest of that if you care to join me there. Everyone else, this separation will not last that long. You guys are coming out of this separation really soon, because they are getting unstuck. They on their way to you. Hell or high water, Libra. Thank you for allowing me to mumble through this read, and nothing went right, but I wasn't gonna stop, so we got through it. I will see you next week, my beautiful Libras, when we do it again. I'm so happy that you're back in your spot, babes. See you later. Bye-bye.